Okay, there we go. Should be good now. Okay, I can leave it like this. Okay, for anybody joining me now, and possibly some of you were here before. Oh my god, is my camera so crooked? What the fuck is going on? I really gotta move my stuff around and see if I can manage to like fit in the frame myself now. Okay, we should be good to go. So, earlier today, I wanted to do a full, you know, long stream, but sadly, the second I started streaming, my goddamn Belgian internet provider caved in, and there was no internet for like next 3 hours because a tiniest bit of snow fell in Belgium today. So that was fun. The timing was fucking incredible. I literally streamed for 2 whole minutes before uh, before the like lack of internet kicked in. So that was fun. Okay, I gotta launch my own stream on my mobile. So I can see the chat and everything like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we are good to go. So yeah, that was just oh, let me put actually the quality down so that my internet doesn't like suffer. I'm good. Okay. So the to make a long story short, yeah, my goddamn what the fuck? Okay, whatever. Yeah, my internet crowd. I couldn't stream. Now I'm doing the stream, and yeah, last stream I did. I reacted to a brick because I'm doing this thing where I'm reacting to your recommendations, right? I have right now I have Amnesia: The Dark Descent review by Mandalore, Random Mortal Bullshittery by SovietWomble, Ross's Game Dungeon, Budget Best of 2023. I kind of added that myself because I want to check out what Budget has been up to. The Mystery of the Bomb Collar Bank Heist by Wendy Goon, and Warlock Racy. Warlock Racy, that's a funny name. Planet Alcatraz. Uh, those are all recommendations by the community, and I wanted to check them out. One thing I was checking out last stream was To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen, and I kind of forgot that copyright laws exist. So yeah, the stream got taken down because I was watching basically a TV show on stream, and I kind of forgot about that. So yeah, I tried to upload. Oh, hey, Big Gator. Yeah, those like most of this will The stream will be left on for like a couple of weeks or something. I will probably private it down the line so you can just watch the replay if you want. And I will, of course, like each individual reaction will be its own video anyway, so just without me rambling. So it's probably way better to watch my videos anyway, because I fucking talk so much during these streams, but it is what it is, you know. That's how streaming goes. You like, yeah, you have a nice day too, man. And so yeah, the last stream got sniped because I watched To Catch a Predator. I tried to make that into a video. It also got like, if it got claimed, like there were ads for that company, I wouldn't like really care. But it was completely blocked in all countries, so I said, I mean, I didn't have to say anything. I literally couldn't upload it anyway. So, so there was no video for like a week straight now, I think. And I decided, you know what, fuck it. I will like fully, like 100% focus on doing like my big video that I put a ton of effort into, and that is ready now. It will be up on Sunday, 3 p.m. I believe is what I initially drafted. It's 50 minutes long. It's like fully edited. It's 3 reviews of 3 games. Games specifically that Syntax recommended to me, and I said, "Oh, those are interesting. I wanna take." Like he convinced me to buy the games essentially with his reviews, and I kinda had this fun idea. I will take those games and like do a review, do my own review, and then say what he got, in my opinion, right and wrong in his reviews. Because Seth, those reviews of very specific games, like those are not games that casual players will pick up, and I don't think of myself as a hardcore gamer or anything, so I think it is like the final result to me is very interesting. Like me picking up those really fucking hardcore indie games made by like 1 or 2 people and saying how it feels to like watch a Seth review, and then you launch that, you go on Steam, buy that game, launch it, and how smoothly like that goes, right? um and I am really goddamn proud of that video. So now I want to do a bunch of reactions to feed the YouTube algorithm to basically because YouTube works. I haven't uploaded something for a certain period right now, and YouTube will go, oh, so we're giving you less of an we're showing your videos to less of an audience. Fuck you, you're not uploading regularly, you fucker. What do you think, this is a charity? So now throughout this week I wanna do a stream or upload a reaction every single day to build up that goodwill with YouTube, so that if I send out this video, it doesn't fucking flop. I hope it doesn't flop. It was like 4 weeks of just working on this daily. And if that flops, I will just go back to just making normal reactions like this. And if it doesn't, I will like pivot towards whatever is more popular at the channel. But yeah, at the moment, I collected all of these recommendations right here. and I am still collecting them. And I already, there was a Bricky video I forgot to add here. I will add it before next session because like I won't do all of those like right now. I will go for like 2 hours, probably get to through these two and uh the Ross's game dungeon video, or maybe I will like split it in half or something if it if I go on for too long. And what else? What else? I think that's everything. So I will just and of course, like every single reaction you see here on the stream, or if you're watching the replay right now, I will chop those up into like digestible pieces and upload it to my as videos to my channel. Like watching me on live on stream, I think is vastly inferior because sometimes it takes me so fucking long to find the words in English to say what I wanna say, and I just clip all of those moments when I'm editing it, you know, as a video, so it's like it goes smooth, it goes down smoother. So yeah. Anyway, I will get into the first video, which is Amnesia: The Dark Descent review by MandaloreGaming. I picked this random moment because if somebody hovers over the stream, this makes for a better thumbnail, I think, because Amnesia is a very dark game, as in there's not a lot of light sources, so most of it is not that appealing when you glimpse at like a stream. And this is my invisible can of Jeek. That looks so funny. Because it's green, so the green screen is filtering it out. And it's Jeek because I was in the Polish store today and bought some Polish energy drinks. Because like Polish foods and Polish foods, sweets, and drinks are so much goddamn superior than the Belgian ones. Goddamn. So yeah. I will do a quick little intro for like later when I'm editing this down to a video, so don't mind me. So, Amnesia: The Dark Descent review by MandaloreGaming. Hello friends, Strawberryno here as always. Yeah, Amnesia is a game I played. I never finished it. I think I don't think, I definitely did. I definitely said the story in, I forgot. I always forget that goddamn game name. Penumbra. Okay, there we go. Jesus, Penumbra is not a great title for the series. So during the during Mandalore's Penumbra video, I already told the story where I was too much of a bitch to finish Amnesia. I was so afraid of horror games back in the day, but I was like a late teenager, I think, when I played this. So, like, right now, I probably could do it. I plan to do it, actually. I wanna play throughout all of the Amnesia games because one of my friends is a big fan, and I wanna tell him how much better Penumbra is to convince him to play. I'm not really that they're both fine games, you know. Don't know if Amnesia is better because, like I said, I didn't finish it. I don't remember much of it. I know you're a dude, you wake up in this castle, and I think you find a note to go kill somebody, and Stalker already had a similar premise. You wake up and your PDA says to just kill Strielok. So, you know, those beginnings to a video game, like, I'm assuming something fucks up along the way, or then there's a big plot twist. There is a big plot twist in every single game made by those developers. I forget what they're called. Frictional Games, I think. There is a plot twist in every single Frictional Games game, so I'm assuming there's a big plot twist. So, and yeah, there's like excuse me, there are like parts to where you manage, you have like oil for the lantern and you manage it. You don't have health. I mean, you have health in a sense, like you have health in Call of Duty, I think. Do you actually collect medicine and heal yourself? I forgot. I know you 100% collect like oil for your lamp, and I think like tinder boxes to light candles and shit. But yeah, I'm about to watch Mandalore's review of it, so. And of course, I remember the YouTube fucking era where everybody played Amnesia. And I remember from one of those videos that I watched, because I don't think I made it to that part of the game, but that iconic, like, corridor, half submerged in water, and there's an invisible monster that just makes splashes. That's basically all I remember. So yeah, let's leave it to MandaloreGaming to tell us how it was. Very nice.
Fresh off the Penumbra series, Frictional released Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And let's face it, you know what this game is, your dog probably knows what this game is, and that's because this is the game that arguably made YouTube Let's Plays explode into the mainstream. Like, a strange and magical time.
Everybody fucking knows what Amnesia is. I'm trying to fuck around with the sound settings so to make sure I am just a little bit louder than the video. Hopefully this will be it.
Where your dad could forward you the Milky Ways clip.
Oh shit, I have a bag of Milky Ways.
It kickstarted an entire horror genre away from action, spawned countless imitators, and still gets the occasional update, not to mention all the custom stories or mods like Penumbra Necrolog. Its influence isn't going away anytime soon, and with good reason. So break out your finest webcam reaction face, and let's talk about the game.
What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
And Daniel's in for some classic German hospitality. It's 1839, and Daniel has woken up in Brennenburg Castle, a mysterious fortress.
Isn't Daniel the name of one of the protagonists of Pathologic, the doctor guy? I kind of forgot. I forget a lot of things about Pathologic. I just remember all the walking. Holy fuck.
It's located somewhere in Prussia, and likely built as one of the Holy Roman Empire's many, many tollbooth castles. Daniel has no memory of how he got here or what he was doing here at all. Though after stumbling through the castle's foyer and witnessing a few Scooby-Doo episodes worth of supernatural events, he finally gets some answers, discovering a letter from himself. He has purposefully taken an amnesia potion, Daniel needs future Daniel to go to the castle's inner sanctum and kill its Lord Alexander. Also, you're being pursued by a reality-shattering, unknowable force. Hugs and kisses, the former Daniel. So it's a long crawl through a haunted castle, discovering its secrets, the fragments of your past, and all while keeping one step ahead of the Nightmare Shadow pursuing you, and Alexander's renowned guest services committee. Now, unlike Penumbra, which had 3 difficulty options, Amnesia only launched with 1, but a few years later, they added a hard mode. This is a significant shakeup to how you play, but I did beat both for this video. You definitely shouldn't make hard mode your first run, but I'll talk more about all that later on. So as you'd expect from the title, visually, Amnesia is a gloomy, moody game. And yeah, the levels of darkness actually can hit about pitch black at points. This ties into a big mechanical change that's been made since Penumbra, since there, if you were still long enough,
I remember that shit was on purpose because you had like like lighting up the room is your gameplay resource and it is finite. So I think that ties into gameplay neatly.
You got some night vision. Amnesia is perfectly fine throwing you into the abyss, and again, hard mode will be a perfect example of that. See, visually, most horror games don't get this fucking black, because they do want players to be scared, but, you know, also able to see what they're doing. Because before this, the biggest mainstream game to have oppressive darkness at its core was Doom 3. There were plenty of sections where you had to rapidly shift between using your flashlight and using your gun.
Oh my god, I always forget Doom 3 even exists. God damn.
Because otherwise, you actually could not see. And this approach came with a lot of baggage already due to being a Doom sequel, to the point that the re-release gave you a standard FPS flashlight, which does ruin what it was going for. My point is, Doom 3 and 50 Cent Blood on the Sand weren't the levels we're hitting here. Your only tools are a lantern that you have to refill with oil and watch its capacity carefully, and finding tinderboxes, which you can use to light up sources in the environment and stave off the darkness. Now the obvious penalty is without light, you're fumbling around in the darkness, can't progress or find items easily, and might bump into something nasty, which is a lot of potential frustration they're okay with the player having. Even Doom 3's flashlight was unlimited, you just had to switch over to it. That's because the plan here is that if you are in the absolute darkness scenario, you should be overflowing with tension instead of frustration. And that's where the sanity mechanic comes in to give it that extra kick over the edge. When Daniel witnesses something supernatural or unsettling, if he sees a monster and continues to stare at it, or is simply sitting in darkness, sanity will start going down. Sanity has all kinds of visual effects, and really, Amnesia itself is kind of a post-processing lasagna. YouTube already struggles with darker games due to compression, and even if you aren't losing your mind, Amnesia has a lot of effects which won't help anything on that front. So if you want the authentic I'm about to faint vision experience, you'll have to play the game.
I never really knew... I don't really know what gameplay... I don't really know what gameplay like connotations Amnesia's sanity mechanic has. Like, I remember it is there, but up to the point I played, I felt it did fucking nothing with my game, so I'm very interested to learn about this. Hopefully it's not disappointing, because I remember, oh yeah, the forest, Mandalore talked about the forest having a sanity mechanic that literally fucking did nothing. Hello there, Stas. Welcome to the stream that is probably way more unbearable than my normal videos.
Anyhow, becoming more insane warps and shifts your vision. You get lots of strange effects and filters, and even the game world itself can change. You can hallucinate frightening events right down to monsters suddenly appearing and vanishing. You'll find more disturbing scenes in the castle, and the mundane can become twisted. Call of Cthulhu has a long shadow, and Amnesia has a lot of neat sanity effects. When it gets bad enough, it adds a kind of floaty input lag effect to all of your controls. Like your vision is tunneling and you're on the verge of passing out, which you will when it hits 0. You can't move for a bit, and the loud thud will attract enemies. But even before that, you're warned that your sanity getting too low or looking at enemies too long will make it easier for them to spot you. So instead of going, "At least the darkness is hiding me," the game has said it's making you more vulnerable, and it will just keep getting worse. And as the screen is warping around and you're hearing stranger things, you definitely believe it. You can't stare down the monsters all day anymore because just looking at them gives them power. They'll make you crazy, and being crazy makes you dead. You only regain sanity by hanging out in the
That's cool. Why did they never replicate that with... Like, Soma doesn't have that shit, right? God damn. That's a really, really, really cool mechanic, but it also, like, you need to make every single element of the game around that mechanic to not make it frustrating as fuck. So maybe that's why they didn't actually go with that.
Or accomplishing tasks. They get more literal with it sometimes, but it's an amazing way to keep up the idea of don't let them see the monster. You can hide in the dark, but not in a way where observing gives you an advantage. You only want to take occasional glances at the bad man to not hit your sanity too much, and between that and all the distortion effects, you don't have a solid look at what's actually hunting you, only glimpses of some shambling creature. The game mechanically benefits you from looking away from its threats, and that helps build up tension. And sure, one of their designs is very famous now, which is what makes it all the more impressive. Their base designs are already great as twisted human forms, but it's still one of those games where knowing the monster doesn't make it much less scary. Well, except if you look at some of their old concept art. As for the environment itself, Brennenburg is a fantastic haunted castle. It can be cramped and claustrophobic, but equally ornate and regal at points. With its shields and eagles, it's clearly the castle of a Prussian lord, but sometimes that influence melts away to something more strange and ancient. Even the proportions of rooms, some are unnaturally large and empty, others have bizarre decor or are being used for strange purposes. Parts of the castle that were made to be cozy and accommodating in their prime still feel unnatural, and the glimpses you can take outside are just buried in fog and isolation. The castle has precious few areas that actually feel safe, and even these have something otherworldly about them. I appreciate it because obviously it's a creepy castle on its own, but the more you really investigate some rooms, the more uncanny things you're going to notice. And I'm not saying Amnesia's horror is subtle. The moment you start the game you get hit by a Category 5 ghost hurricane, but it's good at sprinkling details you might not notice at first, or get packed into the back of your brain beyond the obvious. It's a visually atmospheric game, but one of those that's pushed to the next level by the sound design. From the moment you enter Brennenburg, Amnesia is piling you with it. It's like something horrible is happening in the castle every single moment if you're listening carefully enough. Not that it's true, but even the quiet moments have so much layered into the soundscape. The wind through the halls, wooden creaking, the hum of some distant machine, and every so often, a sound that tells you the shadows.
Yeah, that's definitely also buried in my mind. That even for like the brief period I played, the soundscape, much like Penumbra before it, the soundscape does some real fucking heavy lifting to make the atmosphere creepy.
In pursuit of you. Even when the game is not actively trying to scare you, every bit of the sound is building intrigue and tension.
This is one of those games you have to play with headphones on. Like, playing it with speakers just defeats the entire purpose.
And when the sound is trying to scare you, Jesus Christ, they're good at it. I think Amnesia's sound design is the absolute heart of what makes it so scary for people. Just playing the game, the ambient effects are great, but mainly quiet. When there's music, it's slow and suspenseful, and mainly blending into the background sounds. Music only comes to the front when it's telling you more about the story, you're in danger, or you've escaped danger. The most memorable tracks in the game come after you've barely escaped with your life. The calming music and release from Amnesia's usually oppressive sound design is your reward. The sound and music is always building up, and it either lands here, or it goes to the chase. In Amnesia's most hostile areas, they amp up the sound in variety, but not in volume. There's more random scraping, or maybe a footstep, or a sound you can't quite recognize. Then they'll mix in some more prominent, scarier sounds. It's not a loud bang to make you jump. It doesn't have to be, and they don't want that. The truth is, cheap jump scares are bad for two reasons. The first being, it's not lasting horror. If I drowned out all the sound and play a big... all I did was trigger the part of your caveman brain that says, watch out for tigers. And then you know there's no danger. It also means all the tension you built up...
That is very true, like... Man, jump scares... especially now. horror became like making horror became so fucking hard now, because you had all of those games and movies that just cheap jump scare, cheap jump scare, cheap jump scare, and people grew to sort of anonymously agree that horror is full of shitty, like horror genre is full of shitty games and movies that just rely on cheap jump scares. And then it sort of like fused those two, that concept further solidified in your brain into basically all horror is cheap jump scares. And now, even if a really good horror game or a movie has a cheap jump scare, it can taint the whole fucking experience. So I I do I do think like horror creators of horror need to be super careful with implementing jump scares into like the medium. Not that it needs to, like, man, the entire Silent Hill franchise, at least the free like Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, I almost fucking died. Silent Hill 1, 1, 2, and 3. There is like only one jump scare in that entire fucking trilogy. And goddamn, do I still remember it because it came out of nowhere.
So that point is just gone. That wasn't Freddy Fazbear, it's just my fucking cat or whatever. All of that stress you're building up internally gets released. Do you want your audience to feel that when a plank has fallen over, or when the monster is revealed? Amnesia is so effective because of its restraint in this area. It takes a long while in the game until you even glimpse a monster, and because you're likely playing so carefully and quietly, even longer until you're chased by something. Even Penumbra didn't wait this long before showing its hand. And coming back to play Amnesia, I thought my heart rate wouldn't go above resting because I'm familiar enough with it. But they're so damn good at how they pace their scares that it still got me at a few points. Instead of wasting it on a cheaper scare, they still tickle the tiger part of your brain, but the one that says, "The tiger is in pursuit." Because the Amnesia has few enemy types, which you barely see clearly, then you hear their warning cry cut through everything. It's clear, it's strange, and then they see you.
Jesus Christ.
The truth is, that fucking siren is the real monster. After quiet, dread,
I forgot about the siren, and the moment the chase started, like all of those memories of being chased around by monsters came back. Holy fuck, that's a good sound effect. God
inducing
damn.
exploration. Hearing that violent siren spin up is incredibly alarming. And I want to emphasize it spins up, and it'll wind down when the monster loses sight of you. Even this isn't a sudden loud sound, it has a build up to it. The monsters and the sounds are borrowing some pages from Silent Hill, but it's so simple and so effective. I know what the monsters look like, I know what the trick is, but even now, on a fresh playthrough, being chased by the monster those first few times still makes me feel a way that few horror games do. They save their most intense sounds for when they'll be the most effective. It's just that easy. As for the voice acting, it's a small cast, but excellent. The writing itself conveys that Daniel is curious and a bit naive, but his delivery is so polite and gentle that it fills in the blanks that outside of the events of this game, he's likely a good person. You get audio flashbacks where he comes across as a decent person and over his head. Meanwhile, Alexander sounds like Dracula at a social event. He's refined, intelligent, but there's a clear underlying menace. And he delivers every sentence like he's kind of toying with you and knows something you don't.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Now there's a voice you can trust. As for the gameplay, it's fairly straightforward. For starters, it has the same kind of physics controls as the Penumbra games. You can
Yeah.
physically pick up and throw most objects, searching a desk or wardrobe will mean physically opening each drawer, and of course you'll need to physically push and pull doors. Once again, it adds some physicality to the world and unique solutions for puzzles, and
Yeah, that's such a good, like, operating mechanism for your horror games. The frictional games just knocked it out of the park when they introduced this in Penumbra, and then, like, I think Amnesia might be where, or Amnesia might be where they peaked with the design around like those interactable elements. It's really fucking cool.
it'll be much more difficult when the Prussian penetrators are after you. There's also no combat at all this round. The most you can do is throw an object to distract a monster, or throw an object at one, which might make them stumble for half a second or so, but you're not killing them. Sneaking and peeking is the name of the game here. You find items you need, solve puzzles in your way, and try to do it all while keeping your organs on the inside. When it comes to the puzzles, they're even more straightforward than Penumbra's, and very little of them have moon logic. You still have an inventory for carrying tinder boxes, oil, health potions, and items you need, but many puzzles don't require aspects like item combining. More than anything, it's a scavenger hunt to find what you need to progress, and then you do the puzzle in the game world itself. And again, Penumbra had these too, but it now leans way more into solving the puzzle inside the environment. There's no off-putting item combining, and generally, the puzzles are simple. Instead, the pressure comes from not getting caught doing all this. For example, Brennenburg has the most reviled, evil storage room in Germany. For back then anyways. There is hardly any natural light to speak of. Alexander's finest are actively on the prowl, and you're looking for parts for an elevator. Having to crawl through hostile territory and retrieve something while you're there makes for some great sequences. If you get caught and die, you're thrown back to your last save. You can save manually, but I would recommend sticking with the game's autosaves. It's pretty rational for where it triggers and is rarely far too back to be annoying. In contrast, sometimes you complete a task and instead of relief, a monster will come in to check what you've done. Amnesia sadly gets more predictable for this as it goes on. Having one come through the wall or rise from a pile of debris or somehow have been in the room the whole time could have been a shakeup. But instead you hear them coming from a decent while away, have time to hide somewhere, they'll break the door down, look around, and then take off from the level. Even a little remix would be welcome, like one coming back into the area to double check, but as is it has you scrambling the first time or two, and then you just start expecting it. If nothing spawns in, you just move along. Only being able to run and hide here does work because it's a shorter game. When you feel like the dance might be getting old, you're likely 6 or so hours into the game near the end, and not something like 12 hours in. The castle has enough variety, and the story is intriguing enough to keep you going. It also helps that they save their strangest visuals, developments, and areas until that final stretch. So it's not more pure Scooby-Doo Castle, it begins to make you wonder again.
Huh.
It's
That's
a solid,
cool.
well-paced horror adventure. Which brings me to hard mode. This one is extremely reliant on you knowing the game, and it can feel surprisingly different. For starters, tinderboxes. Fucking forget about them. This is a war and you're rationing. The game will barely spawn any, and there will barely be any oil for your lantern. You now use tinderboxes to save, which means knowing where the problem areas are. Now, I'm not going to say it in this video, but there's a fairly well-known secret to Amnesia's sanity system. Well, if you thought it wasn't doing quite enough for the game, now when it hits 0, you just drop dead. And how you can tell you're in trouble is incredibly vague below 25%. You only know that I'm extremely mentally ill and I'm fumbling through darkness. You will scrounge for any crumb of light to stave off the madness, but not tinderboxes because that's your save. You'll never truly catch me, mutant. I've already shit myself.
Man, if mental illness could like physically instantly kill you, holy fuck would social media be much more empty than they are today. People would drop by the fucking dozens on Twitter, man. It would be a fucking battlefield out there. Oh my god.
To death. I cannot stress enough how at risk you are this campaign.
I just now realized that Amnesia reminds me of Darkest Dungeon. Oh yeah, I can see it. The whole castle aesthetic. And like even when you get down to the like epic narration from Alexander, kinda reminds you of Fuck, what was the narrator of Darkest Dungeon called? I forgot, but like everybody knows what I'm talking about.
That example
Like,
earlier, I had my
it's literally one of the biggest draws of that game.
lantern out, but something spooky happened there, so it just killed me. You must avert your eyes from all sin. If you hear a scary sound, you look at your feet. It's no longer a pile of disadvantages, it's game over. And because of your lack of light, it means you'll still need to crawl through near pitch black areas, only pulling your lantern out for a moment or so to stop the sanity drain and see what you're doing. Lacking a tell for imminent death by crazy, like a choking sound, makes the beginning especially frustrating because there's a surprising amount of areas you can die in, areas that don't need any monster. But once you do start getting your strategic save points up and have to go through the game without tinderboxes or much of a lantern, it does make some sections even tenser than before with all that progress hanging in the air. It's a fun way to replay the game if you're okay with suddenly dropping dead sometimes. So that leaves the story, and if you don't want spoilers, go to here.
No,
Daniel's part in every
surprisingly short section. I guess this is a short video for
thing began on an
Mandalore,
expedition in
like
Algeria where he
usual.
discovered a mysterious orb. When he touched the orb, it completely shattered, and while he kept the pieces, he couldn't reassemble it. They seemed to shift and change on their own and never came together correctly. When he returned to London, he consulted many experts on the orb, but they didn't have much information. To make it worse, each he consulted would turn up horribly eviscerated a few days later,
Bro couldn't ponder the orb successfully. He probably lacks wisdom.
and he learned the same thing happened to the rest of the expedition in Algeria. What Daniel could find out was that the orbs appeared to have great power and symbolism in human history. But there was nothing concrete until, after a night of nightmares, he reassembled the orb in some kind of fugue state. He threw out lines everywhere, and his only promising response was from Alexander of Brennenburg, who said he knew exactly what was happening. Arriving at the castle, Alexander seems incredibly promising. Alexander's an educated man about these things, and many others. An uncanny amount of others. Daniel even compares him to Leonardo da Vinci, and it seems appropriate. The castle has advanced machinery for the time and even more wondrous things below. Alexander explains that the orb is supernaturally powerful, but by touching it, he's invoked the wrath of the Shadow, which is some kind of force that trails those unable to wield the orb's power, and that's what's been obliterating everyone in Daniel's path. It's slowly trailing behind Daniel, but will eventually catch up. To ward it off, he'll need to follow Alexander's instructions. This would get gruesome. As a baron, part of Alexander's duties included sentencing and punishing prisoners, which included brutal forms of torture. Alexander assures him that these are despicable criminals, and the process is needed to ward off the shadow. The process extracts something called vitae from its victims. It's something like an adrenaline where the more fear and suffering a person experiences, the more can be drawn out from their blood. Alexander would even give victims amnesia potions so they wouldn't be used to the
Literally adrenochrome from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
situation. The man has an entire methodology of torture to pass down to Daniel. Killing them outright is no good for this process of fear extraction. And on a meta level, this note is basically a design document for the game. Show and imply what's going to happen. Avoid taking a step too massive, basically a design document for the game. Show and imply what's going to happen. Avoid taking a step too massive so the whole process can be sustained. Apply the technique in small doses with room for the person to settle. As long as the person is suffering, it's making vitae. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. So there's an extra fun layer to that. But even as the game goes into this process, it doesn't go full speed into gore. There are plenty of torture devices on display, descriptions of how they were used, and audio flashbacks of them in action, but the game never actually shows you anyone being tortured outside of some tasteful diagrams. The show doesn't slow down even when they tell you exactly what they're doing. Daniel keeps crossing moral lines as he tortures prisoners. He does it when it's clear their crimes aren't that dire, he does it when it's clear they're not criminals at all, and eventually he's helping Alexander's servants kidnap children in the dead of night. So the Dark Descent is metaphorically Daniel's fall as a person, and literally you crawling through some basements and corridors trying to kill a sauerkraut. Alexander has manipulated Daniel, but why? Well, according to the strange cylinders he keeps some thoughts in, Alexander is not from this world. He's been masquerading as a line of Prussian barons for centuries. He's somehow stranded himself in our world. It's barely elaborated on where he comes from, but that adds a lot of mystique to it. He's outright
I fucking forgot. Are those cylinders like all the save points in the game? Because that's just the save point from what was it? It's just the save point from Penumbra. What the fuck?
frustrated having to use steam engines and not being able to access tamed lightning. He's been designing and building a machine over centuries to try and imitate something called a Traveler's Locket. Daniel's not even his first human help on this. Centuries before, Alexander employed the help of Heinrich Agrippa, who was an occultist at the time. He and his student Johann Weyer were actively aware of Alexander's situation and trying to help him escape back. While details aren't clear, somehow Weyer opened a portal and made it out. Alexander was left behind, furious, and by using Vitae, has kept Agrippa alive in his basement for centuries. Weyer even sends a message back saying that he can help Alexander escape, but he needs him to release Agrippa to be able to help. But because he has no guarantee of a follow-through, Alexander has refused. He'd rather slowly acquire Vitae to come back through his own method. What's interesting and tragic is that Alexander doesn't come across as being pure evil. He tried to make artificial Vitae but had no progress. He tried to extract some from animals, but there was barely a trickle. Maybe at some point he really did only torture criminals, but that process was too slow. Whatever he is, his people consider themselves far above humans. So you could just say he's pragmatic, but he seems genuinely hurt and betrayed by Agrippa and Weyer's actions. And his desperation to go home is fueled by him having a loved one waiting for him. He doesn't only view people as insects, he's aware that what he's doing is terrible. With Daniel, he was partially honest in how the orb and shadow works. But he's only using the orb and Daniel to get back home. Daniel's fate is ultimately to be consumed by the shadow, and before that, Alexander has ruined who he is. He even feels tempted to tell him the truth before he pulls it off, but also feels uncomfortable at the evil he's seen in Daniel, which he doesn't acknowledge that he's the cause for, which could be some denial and buried guilt. But he does tell Daniel, who instantly launches his plan to murder him. Daniel blames Alexander for absolutely everything because it's the only way he can cope with what he's done. And beyond homesickness, Alexander did feel a time constraint to intensify his methods. The real warden can only do so much, and if he wants to use the orb, the shadow will be a problem. He had his servants reinforcing the castle to prepare for its spread. And on the human end, he realizes the jig is up and the rest of the Prussian council realize he's some kind of freak immortal. It's only a matter of time until they actively come after him. The shadow is on his doorstep ripping his servants apart. It's all gone to hell. It feels like there could have been some other way for things to not turn out so horribly. But everything was set in motion long ago and you're just there to end it.
Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain?
The end of the game gives you three options. You can let Alexander go home and be consumed by the shadow.
Your sacrifice won't be forgotten. You will be celebrated forever.
You can ruin his ritual, and for trying to use the orb's power, the shadow will consume Alexander. It will spare Daniel for this trade-off, who considers himself redeemed.
I gave them that awful man. I did the right thing.
Or go with the plan that Weyer offered to Alexander and send Agrippa through the portal. It appears like everything collapses and the shadow consumes you both, but there is some hope at the end.
Don't worry, Daniel. It will be all right.
It is nice to have multiple endings this round, because letting Alexander go and making everything he did in the entire game pointless is the bad ending. There is enough to him that someone might sympathize with his cause, even if he is a fucked up torture vampire. Daniel's escape is considered the good ending, but it almost comes across to me as too good to be true. He delivers his lines more like he's trying to convince himself that everything's alright now. It is a bright light, but an uncertain future, and the uncertain future Agrippa offers does seem more interesting. Also because, again, I'm not sure how Daniel ever returns to normal after all he's done. All the endings make you linger a bit about all that happened to get there, and I can't ask for much more than that. But they did give more with Amnesia Justine. This was a free update for the base game. Once again, you're playing as someone waking up.
Then this game actually has a much more interesting story than I initially assumed.
From amnesia, this time being tested by a woman named Justine across various phone.
But at the same time, at this point, I should know better because frictional games are always like that.
The best way I can describe it is, it's like a cross between Much Ado About Nothing and Saw. How you solve puzzles will decide the fate of 3 individuals. And you can replay it for different endings, which is fine since it's barely a half hour. It's a short but interesting story about a family's dynamics and dealing with loss. But it also has an incredibly strange time capsule. If you remember, Penumbra was not shy about its Half-Life influence. In Justine, you can find a fancy new projector with a note that came in it with shipping. From AS Inc. in Boston, Massachusetts. After you've been running through tests with a disembodied female voice telling you what to do, this add-on was made to promote Portal 2.
Urgent, is it?
Okay.
Not really. It's already years late. I just thought they should know. I'm still alive.
Alright then. So that was Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and it still holds up. While I do miss how Penumbra had and then removed combat for some interesting effects, Amnesia is still great at what it set out to do. It started an entire wave of horror games with no combat. A lot of them fell on their face, which does kind of put this game in the same category as Halo, where a game really nailed what it was setting out to do, but because of all the imitators, the base game itself can get a bad reputation in some circles. This one exploded into popularity for good reason. It's extremely coherent and well-paced. It's atmospheric and has a good story and great delivery. It's a great game for an evening, and it should only be about $3 for the next while in the pinned comment if the goblins get back to me in time. I hope you've enjoyed this Nightmare Before Christmas. There is plenty.
I mean, Amnesia has... Yo, let's go! I'm fucking waiting for that Oni video. Holy fuck. That... Oni is such a... Whoops. Oni is such a weird and wonderful video game. Like, I am so excited for Mandalore to cover it. And yeah, I was about to say, like, Amnesia has been like going for dirt cheap for years now. I think it was given free at some point somewhere. But maybe I'm making that up.
Year, and I'll see you then.
Oh, that's it's so funny to hear the Deadly Premonition whistle theme, because I listen to it so much because I also have it in my video. Like some of Mandalore's music choices definitely rubbed off on me, because like the whistle theme from Deadly Premonition is a classic, but he reminded me that Bully has an amazing soundtrack, and that also made it into my video for some like background noise in some sections.
Also, I have done a bit of Amnesia modding, and it's fun.
Good evening, folks.
Whoops. And yeah, that was Amnesia: The Dark Descent by good old MandaloreGaming. Honestly, the story got so much more crazier, like I said. So it got so much more crazier at the end, but I should have expected it. I mean, like, those devs are known for their crazy shenanigans. Thankfully, the Belgian internet didn't eat shit this time, so we made it at least through one video. And yeah, not much more to say for people on YouTube watching this later. You know, subscribe, hit that bell, and turn on all the notifications. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I guess I will see those guys in the next one. And for my live audience, I will take a second to go and grab something from the kitchen, and we will move on to the next video, which will be
Good evening, folks.
Random Mordhau Bullshittery by SovietWomble. A lot of people recommended SovietWomble to me, and I just sort of picked like a random video. This looked fun because it's short and to the point, and it's about Mordhau, and I was very interested in that game when it was like very popular. And now it's, you know, it had its moment and it passed, but yeah, I just sort of want... I never seen a video, like a single video by SovietWomble, so yeah, this is just to gauge like my own interest and the interest of the good people supporting the Strawberryno Empire on YouTube. So yeah, I will be right back, and I'm gonna mute my microphone, so I'll be back in a second. Hello, I'm back, and the top of my head is being cut off. Damn it. Fucking. You know what? Fuck the. Fuck the pillows. They're getting in the way. Whoa, it feels so weird to like sit down in this chair without that goddamn head pillow now. But yeah, it was really getting. It was being really annoying, so fuck it. Yeah, I don't know how I turned like. How did this? How did an hour already pass when I watched a single 25 minutes, like video? Well, I will probably watch this video by SovietWomble and just that will be it for today. But the day after tomorrow, I will probably do like a much longer stream because right after this Mordhau.
Apologies for being late once again. Good
Right
evening,
after,
folks.
fuck you, stop. Right after this Mordhau video is Ross's Game Dungeon video, and that's an hour long, and we have three very long video. You know what? I think I'm gonna put this Planet Alcatraz things, but that's long too. Yeah, we have four like really long videos in a row, and because my internet provider like fucked me a little bit by being surprised by snow in winter. So I'm doing this just much later than I would usually stream. So yeah, I will just watch this SovietWomble video, and the day after tomorrow I will probably watch like 3 of those longer videos, if not more. Maybe I will just turn it into like really really long stream, and then I will spend some time probably editing out all of those videos. So yeah, those 2 streams, little bit of editing to put this all on my channel, and then I will stream again. Like hopefully if those streams get enough recognition, I will start like doing other things too, maybe playing games a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Did the camera fucking move? It's so weird. I swear the camera is now in a different place. Spooky. So yeah, let's get into it.
Apologies for.
Yeah, SovietWomble. I literally don't know anything about this channel. Is it weird that I never seen like a single video of his? But from what I seen, like he has crazy high views, so it's weird that this completely missed me. But anyway, Random Mordhau Bullshittery by SovietWomble. If that's who I think he is, he's funny. Hopefully that's who you think it is then. Mordhau is that like medieval combat game. What was the other one? Chivalry, Medieval Warfare, or something like that. It's one of the 2 like really popular medieval just beat the shit out of each other simulators. But I think Mordhau had that really in-depth loot playing mechanic, and people went absolutely crazy with it. I was interested in this game when it was popular, but now that popularity died down and I kinda moved on. I never played it, so now I get to experience it through the bullshittery of SovietWomble. So yeah, let's get in there.
Good evening, folks. Apologies for being late once again. I'm just going to be chilling out this evening and joining at least ZF Social in Mordau, which is the stabby run around with bows and arrows and stuff. Right, let me just unmute myself and say hi to him.
Sound resumed. Sound muted.
On second thoughts, let's do a solo stream this evening.
Okay.
Historically accurate, as you can see. What the fuck is this party? What on earth?
Right in the middle of you.
Try a tuck in over here.
Every time I open a fresh pack of iced tea, the first thing you hear is this.
Now I want to pee.
Gentlemen.
Hey, sheep. You can see who's important in this crew.
Oh, I'm literally just covered behind you.
Yeah. Who's the lad with the wacky accent? Which of you has a wacky accent?
If you said sounded like a bellend, it would have been you, Chinny.
Hey, I fucking embrace it, okay?
You embrace the bellend.
Oh my.
Yeah, right. Bring the
What's going on?
Okay. That's a pretty good start to this.
Christ, Chinny, how long are we gonna keep this up?
Hey! Oh no! Don't leave me alone! Shit! Leave me alone! Ow! Ow!
Alright, Soviet, come on.
Right.
Who the hell?
Suck it!
Oh.
Uh-oh!
That was close it, the bastard.
We weren't welcome. Chinny, find new one. Someone find new one.
Doing.
So,
Right, yes.
to start the disrespect, however, please wait 1 second.
What's he doing?
There you go.
I didn't consent. I didn't consent. I didn't.
Come at me, Bundy! Come here, you bastard. Babin came out of nowhere. That counts, Bundy, that counts!
Excuse me. I'm in character.
Take the castle!
Charge!
Ow!
Who's lobbing that shit? Ow! Ow!
I love how unintentionally hilarious it is that I'm reacting to this right after the fucking Amnesia: The Dark Descent video, which was, you know, full of reading into like environmental things and obviously Mandalore being super serious about reviewing a video game. And now it's just SovietWomble and friends beating the fuck out of each other with iron sticks.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Ow!
Anybody got the server name?
Oh!
Definitely the same server.
God damn it.
Server browser. Let's see. Yep, join after me.
Alright, joining.
Just get in there, I guess. Ada! Oh, my legs. Oh, my face. Darius, he's fighting Digby. Oh, so Digby lost his shield and he's running away.
Bow before me.
Man, the editing in this is pretty
Edberg,
good.
duel?
Yeah.
You ready?
Spear throated me.
And this is I think this is like an old video of SovietWomble. Like, I wonder now like how much better the editing has gotten with the years. Damn, this is fun. I will definitely like see something newer of his like later down the line, I guess.
Our weapons are so slow. Oh, holy shit, yes! No, you don't! Don't you dare! Holy shit, if he beats me with
For a
his fist,
second,
I'm done.
I thought he.
So
For a second, I thought he like
Okay.
took
So
his
Bundy
arm
versus
off.
social. My vote's on social.
What was that?
Yeah, okay. Alright, okay. I'm sorry. Go on, Edberg. Oh no, Edberg! Oh no, your hand! Oh,
I lost my
hand! How cool was that?
Versus you, I have a cleaver.
Oddly enough, my money's... You don't have a cleaver anymore. Oh! Oh, that looked painful.
Tis but a scratch.
Hold on, my game's crashed.
Ow! Sheep.
Wait, I can try. It'll take us a while.
Yeah.
Panic parry.
Ah, fuck. Oh, Christ. I immediately regretted this decision. Oh, no. I surrender. That's my weapon. Shit. Oh, it fell down.
Back here.
He drops it.
Ow! This game looks fun.
Gimme,
I wonder
gimme,
if
gimme.
people still play it actually.
Oh, what?
I swear to God, it came when
Holy shit.
Ginny, heads up. Good catch. Well done. Digby, duel.
Yeah, go on then.
Do you have dodge?
Oh,
Yeah, of
God,
course
I'm
you do.
sucking
Oh,
at it.
Using dodge.
Hold on. How about you?
Fuck you.
Because they're both shit.
No! Oh! Give me.
Oh, there it goes.
No! Oh, Kyle! You interrupted the fucking duel.
Everyone, it's open hunting season for Kyle.
Where's Kyle?
Kill him.
Kyle,
Get Kyle.
you motherfucker. Get him.
Get him.
Get him.
Get him.
Kyle. You have
Who
no
was it?
honor.
Who was it?
Alright, I'll search for another one.
dedicated server.
This game is characterized with, let's play this. Oh.
Frontline server? Okay.
Yeah, but we're going to play that more than we're going to play deathmatch, aren't we?
Especially since more people can just join in and
Yeah. When I see Poro in the field, it's way better than just stabbing some random. Because I get to stab Poro, and I hate Poro.
don't talk shit about my monk-looking asshole.
Right.
What does a monk's asshole look like?
I think I found
Holy. No, I don't get credit for that. Oh, fine. Fuck all of you. Sorry, what are we supposed to do as a red team? Kill the civilians?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We kill them.
Oh, right.
I like this map. Holy shit.
Actually, the objective this time, not like an armor.
Plays to our strengths as the clan.
Yeah, it does.
Right in your throat, tell you're alive.
You
fuck?
bastard! You bastard!
I'm taking this away until you've learned to behave with it.
Give me my spear!
I will save you, Chinny. Coming to the rescue. Oh, sorry.
Have you got a
Classic.
short spear and a shield?
No.
Man, the same thing happened when I was playing Chivalry with my friends. It was always like, I'm fighting a dude one-on-one, right? And I hear like my friend over Discord telling me that he's coming to help. And I immediately know I'm about to be beheaded by a two-handed sword swing from behind. Probably me and the fucking enemy, so...
You have, haven't you?
No,
That's
I've got
such
a
a
sword,
classic.
see? I've got a sword. Oh, that horse is in the river. Is it stuck? He's stuck, look. He doesn't know what to do. Neither did he. Oh no, oh no, poor horse. No. Oh, what the hell? What on earth?
I fucking hate people who just do that. Just swing wildly.
That's the core of my strategy.
Soviet!
What? What have I done?
Firebomb.
Okay, let's go the other way.
What happened there? Job?
I'm not losing my points. Gives me more gold at the end. Bro, I'm not dumb.
Is that the sound of you lighting up another?
No.
Right.
We are in the presence of a lord.
No.
Are you high?
Who's high?
You.
No.
Right.
Not hit friendlies.
Yeah, it's very useful. Oh, wow!
What the fuck?
Jesus, was that you? Your head just came right off in front of me. That was so cool. I just grab everything I can off the floor.
Yeah, I don't really bother most of the time unless there's like a bow lying around.
Oh.
Well.
Round starting. Okay. He needs backup. I don't think I'm in a really good position to provide it though. Oh, dude! Oh, Groposaurus! Betrayed by one of my own subscribers! Yeah, not going very well. Can I climb up here? Do I have any shots from up here? No, this is too far. I'll never get a kill from here. Oh, what?
Lamar.
Okay. Later today, I'll never get a blowjob from an extremely attractive brunette. Oh, horsies! Lots of.
Okay, first of all, good one. Second of all, I don't think he even like saw somebody. He just fired an arrow randomly. Okay, no, he was definitely aiming for that guy. I just didn't see him because the fucking YouTube bitrate crashes like video to fine paste.
I'll never get a kill from here. Oh, what? Okay. Later today, I'll never get a blowjob from an extremely attractive brunette. Oh, horsies! Lots of horsies. Haha! I will have the distinction of slaying the enemy first. Stand back and watch how it's done. Ah!
Chilly behind you.
I will stop him from escaping. Sorry. Damn. Oh God, we're losing the stable.
Oh, it's unstable.
That's terrible. That's an awful joke. You should be ashamed. To see you, Babbitt. Come here.
Oh, Soviet! Why are you on the red team?
Because I couldn't get on the blue team. Oh Christ!
Come here, Womble.
Oh, go away, ZF. Fuck off.
Big boy.
All of you, go away. No. Cunt. All of you.
Some of the maps feel a bit
we're flailing.
Oh, fuck. My axe, come back here. Oh, fuck.
He ran away with your axe.
Yeah, I tried. I was testing throwing the axe and it went into someone's foot and he ran off with it.
How do you not fall down?
I don't
more?
know.
Like, I don't understand
I'm
it.
surprised I don't cause fires.
Every dodge possible, and then just this little dagger. Just stand up. No matter what, I just
Yeah, that's the thing I was that's the thing I was talking about. This game had some insane like loot mechanic where you either could either play or import MP3 files directly into the game and basically could play a loot version of that song in game, which was fucking insane. I heard so many like versions of Megalovania, sorry, or like Mortal Kombat theme through like memes from this game.
Never fuse, you dingus. Really?
Fucking hell.
That's so
So we've
good.
got a couple of your regulars that aren't complete fuckwits.
All three of them?
All three of them, yes.
Dinkle, sir, I challenge you to an honourable duel.
Oh, honourable, okay.
Honourable duel.
Hey, fuck. Stop
Hang on.
kicking me, you motherfucker!
Who's ruined you?
Just
Random.
kept getting kicked by him.
No, he's regular.
Oh, is it regular?
Yeah. Oh. He's fine. He
Fuck
behaves.
that shit.
I hope we get to watch Maxor again sometime, especially his latest video. From what I remember, the last time I uploaded like a Maxor reaction, it didn't find like enough interest like within the community. But that was really a long time ago. I remember, but yeah, I remember Badger also. My reaction to his video wasn't that popular. But like back in the day, back when I started this channel, I could basically only watch Seth and get views. Like any other YouTuber was just going to get like 10 times less attention. But yeah, like right now I'm just throwing all of the suggestions I can find at the wall and see what sticks. So I will definitely like go and like revisit some of them. Badger is already on the list, like I said, so I definitely can I will definitely check out Maxor's channel and see if something like piques my interest, and I will just slap it on the list too. Why not?
Sai, Yumi?
I don't actually know how to do
See
this.
if it was a
I
fluke.
can't, there's a fucking
or-
banana having a fucking
No.
rave behind you.
Social!
Kick at that game.
What the hell? No,
Come
who
on,
is
get
that?
rid of the...
Ow! God damn you, sir!
Ow. Why are we trying to parry? Ow! Ow! Quick, kick! Fuck this! I don't want to be part of this!
Honourable duel!
No!
Honourable duel!
Fuck
Honourable!
honor!
No! It's only 9 minutes! Damn you! God damn you! Sai versus Prince Law.
I'm alright, Bundy.
Go on, Sai. Oh! Your arm's off. Right. I will not die to Chinny in a frying pan. Fuck you. Ow! What? Ow,
just
Sai!
Get
Ow!
fucking one-shotted by a
Fuck off, both of you. Hey,
frying
hey!
pan.
God damn you! Cunts.
Honourable duel.
Hey!
How did you kick my arm off?
I kicked his arm off.
Why are you kitted out like that?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Why are you kitted out like that? You look like you're ready to... I don't know.
Night on the town?
Fair enough, right? And not are an odd bunch.
We are.
I will fight the winner of this fight.
Yes!
Oh.
Gotcha!
Good fight today.
Yes, indeed. Sai?
Let's go.
You be me. Oh, oh, what the shit? Kyle! Fucking Kyle.
From my angle, that was amazing.
Sai, that doesn't count.
It kind of does.
No, it doesn't. Fuck you.
Yeah, it
No,
kinda
it really
does.
doesn't.
You gotta loot, Soviet. You can't possibly lose. You're fucking terrible.
Shut up. I'm not fighting social. Fuck that. I'm gonna fight Tinkle.
Oh yeah, look at you. You're a fat crusader.
I'm a regular crusader.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Fucking
to shame
fat
you.
shaming me in the 14th century.
Ow! Oh, you sod.
Ow! Fuck off! Die! In the name of the Pope. Where's my shield? Ow.
Look left and right.
Oh! Will you stop throwing kitchenware at me? Oh, I fucking hate this man. Okay.
All right, you want a rematch, Bundy? Come on.
Ow. Ow.
Not looking good for you, is it, Si? Nope. Catch. Oh, shit. Ah! Okay, hang on. Can we talk about this, Si? Duck!
Holy
Sit
fuck.
down!
Nice.
Sit down,
Oh,
Si.
embarrassing. You take the Martian, you take Gothic.
Whoops. Oh, sorry, Ross, about...
Good evening, folks. Apologies.
Not today. So yeah, that was a little bit... That was a little bit of an introduction to...
Okay.
A little bit of an introduction to SovietWomble. Seems fun. I will check out like something more recent of his later down the line if like this goes if upload of this reaction goes well. And yeah, that will be everything for YouTube people. Thank you very much for watching, and as for my live audience, it will be actually everything too. And I will be back. Hold on, let me get those off. I will be back the day after tomorrow to react to some of those longer videos, and it will be a longer stream than this one. Like I said, I didn't wanna do it so late, and I didn't wanna do such a brief stream. Like it's been an hour and 20 minutes. Like I definitely could react to something else still, but yeah, like I said, just my fucking internet provider decided no internet for me, so yeah, like 2 minutes into the stream I did in the morning. So that's how this turned out to yeah. I will definitely like add something from Maxor like you requested, and everybody who watches this like replay of this stream, like feel free to also like make requests, whatever seems like it's interesting to you guys. I will definitely do. Then the next one I'm doing, Ross's Game Dungeon, is like a community suggestion. I have never seen a single episode of Ross's Game Dungeon. And the only like I know Accursed Farms, but that's only because I watched the Freeman's Mind. I basically watched that entire series at one point. I'm sure more episodes came out like throughout the years that I didn't watch, but yeah, like Ross's Game Dungeon I have never touched. So that will be all for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for supporting the channel. And yeah, and there's a Wendigoon video, the mystery of the bomb color bank heist. There's a fucking bug on my he's going for the camera. He wants to be famous. Yeah, I got on the stream and killed that fucking bug. But yeah, Wendigoon is also here as a community suggestion. This is also a video I wanted to watch on my own at some point in the past. Like it popped up in my recommended, and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting, but I never got around to do it. So when it was recommended to me like now on the channel, I was like, oh, that's perfect. I get to watch it anyway, because I kind of forgot. Wendigoon is pretty popular, I think, like in the reaction community, so probably. And yeah, again, thank you for watching me, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Like anybody interested in further streams, I will be doing one and the day after tomorrow, so come and join me then.